So how is it going, rail fanners? Turbo Concept here, and this is the Steam Locomotive Models from 2013, 2014, 2015, and 2016 as well. So these locomotives from Roblox just put on display by its own self, and also you cannot drive some locomotives as well because they are just put on display. So you can play some other games like the railroad stuff and just like the testing place as well. So you might able to drive locomotives into other racing games or even the road scale videos as well, even the road scale games as well. So we're starting off with articulated locomotives, such as articulated locomotives. So I'm going to be starting with the Ariard engine, like the world's biggest one. So it must be the most toughest train in the world. So it does not existed in the 1940s and so on. Let's read up to the strongest to the weakest steam locomotives, such as the Japanese or even US or even the UK, Swedish, German, or even Dutchlands, or even some kind of or Canadian or something. And we're gonna be reading for that's it for now. So let's read everything that our way. So next thing was the B&O 2171. The third one is the Union Pacific Big Boy, known as the train number 4T14. And the next one was the Union Pacific 3985. So please make sure to like this, and I just made a good review about this game. So the next thing is Norfolk Western 1218. And another train looks like the EMD freight train as the reversed one, known as the Southern Pacific 4294. And which this train just come to a scrap. And this train does not exist in everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4 trains have been existed as well, expected for any those, and even know what it is. So I'm just going to be keep in mind for the strongest engines for this. So the next up, we're moving on to 484 Northerns, and looks like we're starting off with the Union Pacific FCF3, and which means I know about this train. And another one was everything knows about one of these kind of two ones. The 284 trains are pretty not so strong whatsoever, and there must be the Santa Fe 3751, which is I saw it for the big trains for this first time. So I really saw this for this steam locomotive for the first time since 2014 when I was watching this, even for just by the steam trains galore for their first time. And the next one was the 284 Berkshires. And there was the strongest locomotive, known as the Polar Express, more like Dank Express, even looked like these ones, and big ones looked like pretty a famous train known as the train number 1225, and it looks like it's pretty awesome when I was watching this like 8 years ago. And the next train is Paramaquati 1225, another one as well. Compare as I really know was the Polar Express thing, and I really know that was the Paramaquati, and I wasn't able to drive this train, so this train looks absolutely cooler. So the next train was the Nickel Plate Road 765 that I actually saw in 2020 or just 2017. I really don't know what it is for this. I just always first time to watch, even just Nickel Plate Road, just hitting to 70 miles per hour. So move on. Now next one is the Neonil Lines, that train known as the 726, and just move on to the next train. That was another Neonil Lines number 736 as well, which means another one as well. So maybe that's all for today, and let's move on to our next step, known as the Japan and other things like a extreme one. And there was one Russian thing, and it must be the liner or something. So let's move on. We're not doing this anyways. So even the JNR thing, and even the strongest and the streamlined Hudson, and the BNR or just even Russian as well. Since we're gonna do this right now, so let's look on to the Galaxy Railway model trains. And looks like this train must be compared to the Union Pacific big boy known as the G8001, and it must be the Union Pacific one, and it must be the Galaxy Railways, and I wasn't able to drive it away, and this train should fly up to the sky. And why this train looks so a little bit streamlined and so on, look where this train is not so ever, so it must look like America or UK, or even it was the shape, even it looks like a pretty perfect for the enemy series. And the next one is the JNR C6248. It must be some kind of it the 999, the train number 999 in the Galaxy Expressways. And it looks like this train looks kind of an awkward thing, such as things if that someone to mix for American or just a Great Britain for the British Railways equals even look like this JNR, so it mixed with American and British Railways as well. So the next one is the 4, 12, and 2 12-wheel drive train. That must be insanely strong as Union Pacific train. This train looks not pretty strong, but it's more stronger than I ever seen like this. And that must be the cooler train, so that must be the world's dangerous trains that I ever saw for this accident, for this really, I'm literally does not in love with this train, so I'm pretty sure, and I'm not sure we're gonna be talking to this later. So we got the 464 Hudson, which is I fall in love with this train. So even this train was actually scrapping for this whole time, so due to the diesel era, even the diesel era, because they actually get dieselized in 1955, and looks like the famous one was the 464 Hudson. And I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be driving this when I was in Terminal Railways. And next one, there was nothing, everything is nothing, I cannot see anything on words, and it must be the British lines, and there must be the liner 10194, and looks like I cannot able to ride this train, so it must be the Emerald Knight, and it looks like the Russian train. It must be the British lines or the Russian lines whatsoever. I know what's behind. If I'm going to be looking closer in my avatar, as you can see this must be the 462 British Pacific. It must be look like this. It's even a JNR for mixing like the Russian American, so it was mixed by the Russian and the British one as well, and becoming a German or even just Russian things like liner. So anyways, that's everything for this whole for display, and everything should be quite a bit few more things right now. Well, that's for the tour for the Steam Locomotive Models from 2014, 15, 16, or just 2013 as well. So thank you for watching at this moment, and have you give a good support. So this video should give a good review at this moment, so you're just going to give a like and subscribe. So remember that I'm going to be reaching for 200 subscribers, and unfortunately we cannot able to reach any subscribers that whatsoever. That I'm once and for all is going to be much more fun that I particularly related to other trains and stuff. So I'm going to be see you in Terminal Railways next time. So if I have to do sometimes, but some things we're going to be trying to find anywhere and trying to do anything as going to be continue off row scale games as possibly as I can do. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys see you guys soon. So I hope you enjoy for not reviewing a lot of trains and stuff, and these trains look more fantastic, and these trains are not look cool as pretty much. So I'm going to be signing off for just now, so I'm going to be talking to you all later, and I'll see you guys in the next video.